I haven't done it for about 2 weeks, so I have maybe the biggest urge ever when I get home. I've decided to give up on basketball at this point. I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make the NBA. So I start watching it every day.
It's this type of story. YouTube, you'll never watch porn again after hearing my story.
2016, I am walking down the hallway of my dad's house and I walk past my stepsister's room. Now my stepsister calls me into her room because she has just discovered something very explicit for the first time that she wants to show me. So I walk in and she's very, very excited. First time ever seeing this stuff, she's lit up. And she tells me to take a peek. So I do. And little did I know, what I'm about to view is going to be my absolute downfall. And I am disgusted. I can't even look at it. But I remember asking her, what is this stuff? What's it called? And she says porn. So that word porn is on my mind for about a year.
Okay, we started this video off very freaky. Okay, first off, you're saying your stepsister showed you porn. Stepsister. Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
I have no urge to watch it. And I'm playing on the family iPod one day. And a pop-up pops up. A very explicit pop-up that I have seen something similar to this before. So I click on it. And it's an extremely dodgy website. But there's a lot of interesting content on there. So I start scrolling through the content and I'm starting to get aroused now. I wasn't aroused before, but I'm aroused now. I don't know my potential yet, but we'll get to that. And I start discovering like the niche topics, the very, very niche topics. Now these are disgusting to me now and to me then. And I remember about a week goes past, I'm bored. And I remember the videos that I saw that weren't the niche ones, they were just the normal ones, even though I wouldn't even call them normal. So I'll get in the habit of watching these around 2 times a week for 20 minutes. It's very interesting to me, it's very stimulating. I had no really reason to watch it. I was just learning a lot from this type of content. So I do this for about a year. No one knows about it, I never was caught. I don't think I was anyway. And then I start liking a girl. A very, very feminine girl. Right, she was a very bold spirit. I'm not in love with her. That's even the right word to use. I'm 12 years old. For her body, I am...
Okay, wait. So you're 12 years old when all of this happened. Is that... Bro, why do people get exposed to porn so early? Like, why is that a thing? I think the first time I seen it was when I was 13. But 12 is so young. I mean, I did some other crazy stuff at 12, so I can't really say anything. But at the same time, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem.
I am attracted to her because of her personality, her spirit. I find out this girl likes me, so we become boyfriend-girlfriend for about 6 months. I have no urge to watch it at all.
Okay.
No. I went a year watching it, maybe twice a week, no urge to watch it. Then we break up, around 6 months in, break up. And 12-year-old, I'm a little sad for about 2 weeks. Nothing crazy, but you know, get your heart broken. For around 2 weeks, I was a little sad, but as 12-year-olds, our emotions are always fluctuating, so I was back to normal soon.
Okay.
And then, in the summer holidays of 2018 to 2019, because if you're in Australia, summer is December to February, I went over to my nan's house, Nan and Pop's house, who live around 3 hours away. It was a normal day. Got there, played in their farm because I had a massive property, played with the dogs. I was just having a really good time.
Okay.
Then I get into bed and I'm bored. So I think of this. I haven't been on these websites for like 7-8 months now. Let's do it again. And I start binge watching the content for hours. I stay up extremely...
Yeah. Okay. Let's stop right there. You said hours? My brother in Christ, hours? You know, okay, look. In my experience, right? Back when I was on to that stuff, right? It will, for me, like, it'll be a quick 10, 20 minutes. We on to the next thing. At most, 30 to like 45. If I'm really trying to have a crazy session. But my brother in Christ, hours? How do you even have enough energy? Like, see, that's addiction right there. Oh.
Late. And then I discover what I can do. Holy shit. That was a feeling like unlike any feeling before.
Oh, he wasn't gooning, he was just watching it? Because, people just watch porn just to watch it? Now that's freaky. That's like, that's disgusting right there. Like, just watching people have sex. That's cuck behavior, bro. You can't, like, nah, bro.
This video might sound a little cringe to some people, but You will understand why I'm making this video in a minute. But I remember after doing it, I thought something was wrong with me. I didn't know what it was, right? Had no idea what it was, so I started doing research.
Because when you go, okay, look, you know the reason why you get post-nut clarity after you go and watch porn? It's because technically you're being a cuck while you're doing it. When you're watching two other people have sex, you're gooning off to it. You're not supposed to do that. You were never supposed to do that. That's not something you're supposed to do, like at all. So your brain by default makes you feel like a loser because you're not supposed to watch people have sex. You're supposed to be having sex if you want to do any of them activities or whatever. So like it's just you makes you feel like a loser. That's why you shouldn't go.
Don't really know what research I did, but I ended up finding out that it was a part of human nature. And it was so you implant someone like a 12-year-old in his mind that watching pornography is normal. I start doing it maybe once a week. Nothing crazy. I have really no time and energy to do it every day. But I start doing it once a week. And I go into high school and my confidence with women has dropped because I'm already pedestalizing them just a little bit. And porn became a way for me to experience deep connection with somebody without actually attaching myself to them and maybe risking getting rejected by somebody. I could just experience it on my phone, no risk. It just took 10 seconds to type up. I didn't know it was bad for me. I thought it was a part of human nature. I remember around, I'd say 3 or 4 months of heavy consumption. I can look back at it now and I can genuinely say that I was manipulated by porn. Like it had screwed over my mind. It had completely rewired my mind. I didn't know this at the time, but if I look back at it now, it definitely did. 100%. I would find it boring playing basketball with the boys on the weekend. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that for more than an hour now. Going for walks down the beach, boring. Talking to my friends, boring. Talking to a girl, couldn't do it, but I'd love to if I was confident. And of course, this was part of puberty as well. Men become, I guess, a little bit more lustful or more desirable for sex because they're maturing, right? It's part of human nature, but it's just
that animation was freaky.
Sex because they're maturing.
Like look at that's freaky.
Right?
But like, well, okay, let me talk about what he just said though. I'm not finna lie. Ever since I've been kind of like doing the celibacy thing and like I've kind of changed as a person, the number one thing I've stopped doing is like goating in general, right? But one thing that you'll notice when you stop goating is you enjoy regular things way more. Like before, like back when I was goating like 1 or twice a week, bro, basketball was a little bit more boring. Like, streaming was a little bit more boring. Making videos was a little bit more boring. Eating food was a little bit more boring. Ever since I stopped that, I'm telling you right now, play basketball, best time of my life. Like, best moment of my life. Love streaming. Love making videos. Eating food is like a highlight of my day. The reason why is because of the dopamine, bro. Let me break it down to you. All right, real quick. When you jerk off and watch porn, it releases a bunch of dopamine to your brain. Dopamine is a good thing. You need dopamine to be, it kind of what makes you happy or whatever, right? You get dopamine from regular, doing fun things like playing basketball, hanging out with your friends, tackling goals, working out, stuff like that, right? And you're supposed to get a certain amount of dopamine a day. But what porn does, it gives you a whole lot of dopamine when you, like, unnaturally, though. You're not really accomplishing anything. But it gives you a whole bunch of dopamine. Dopamine is basically kind of like the happiness that whatever. Best way that you can describe it, happiness, satisfaction, whatever you call it, right? That's what happens, bro. So basically, Streamlabs, appreciate you for becoming a member. Thank you. Welcome to Sky Crew. Back to what I was saying though. Porn is not good for you. The reason why porn isn't good for you is because scientifically, it's like too good. Same thing with drugs. The feeling they give you is too good. That's why you shouldn't use that. Yo, Streamline gifted 10 Sky Crew memberships. Yo, appreciate it. What are we talking about? Yo, appreciate you. Pause that real quick. That's crazy. Appreciate you, Streamline. W. But bro, basically what I'm trying to say, right? As a human being, you never like want to get too high. Because when you reach too highs, you can't stay at that level for a long time. And when you do drugs or you jerk it off or whatever, you're getting too high. So after you get too high, you're always going to crash because that's just how the world works. It works in balance. So if you get too high, you're going to have to go crash down low so you can restore your balance. So that's what porn does. It gets you such a high dopamine level that you gotta crash. But what it also does, it makes it to where porn is the only enjoyment you get in life. So hanging out with friends, boring. Hanging out with family, boring. Talking to girls, like actually connecting with them instead of just trying to crack, boring. Everything becomes boring in your life when you're jerking off too much. Once you stop that, though, everything else becomes fun. Literally. Talking to your friends, amazing time of your life. Talking to girls, actually connecting with them, amazing. You start falling in love again. You start like simple things like just walking around your neighborhood will be a lot more fun. It's crazy how the world works, but that's just how it does. That's really why I encourage you to stop goading. You will enjoy your life way more. You just got to give it some time. You'll get to a point where when you goad, you feel like you're sacrificing a whole week of joy just from one moment of like fulfillment or whatever, or satisfaction. That's what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. It's part of human nature, but it's the effect, not the cause, that was the issue. My grades started to go down because I had very, very little energy, and because I was very, very anxious. I wouldn't put my hand up in class anymore. If I didn't know something, I wouldn't ask a question on it, meaning I would probably get it wrong. And as we grow old, my friends start talking about it. They start talking about how they watch it, and that makes me want to do it even more because I know it's even more normal. I'm not the weird fuck anymore, But I could never admit that I watched it. All my friends admitted it, but I could never admit it. I don't know why I couldn't. I could never admit I watched it. At the back of my mind, I knew it was wrong. Within 3 years, I went from completely despising pornography, couldn't even look at it, to now, when I'm 13 years old in 7th grade, that's the only thing on my mind. But I remember a year goes past. It's early 8th grade, and this is a very, very significant event because I remember it just like it was yesterday. My family and I are going out for lunch. I think it's lunch. It's not dinner, it's lunch. There's probably maybe 10 of us there. Yeah, the whole family, aunties, uncles. And I get sat around 10 meters away from a really physically attractive woman. And she looks like the women I watch on these porn videos. Looks exactly like one of them. And I've never experienced that in real life before. So my soul just gets killed. All I'm thinking about is lust. All I'm thinking about is this girl. My family asks me questions. How's school going? How's basketball going? Right? All the questions you ask. And I just give one word answers because I'm constantly looking at this girl. I wasn't that down bad that I was gonna go bust one off in the bathroom. I was never that down bad, luckily, but I was very close to it. And I remember that day after we finished lunch.
I'm not for the lie, seeing a baddie in real life and wanting to go bust in the bathroom is crazy. That's crazy, especially at the age of 13. At the age of 13, that's crazy. Like, that's wild. They're in there? Okay. Give me 5 minutes, bro. Tell him to give me 5 minutes. Then we're going
on the way home, and all I'm thinking about in my head is just women, women, women. I want a girl, bro. I want to lose my V card. I'm 14 years old at this point. That's all I want to do. So I have completely gone from an innocent kid, or semi an innocent kid, to a literal NPC who craves lust 24/7.
At 13 is crazy.
And this caused me to do it anytime I went out in public. So anytime I'd go out in public, I would do it beforehand, especially before.
Yo, nah. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Yo, porn might not seem like it's that bad, but I'm telling you, bro, if you do it too much, you'll get to this point. Cause like I'm telling you right now, I don't know why the world sexualizes so many things, bro. But booty, ass, titties, it's not all that, bro. Living life and enjoying little things in life is way better. Like we don't gotta be so sexual, bro. And that's like prime example. The fact that he had to bust a nut to go into public is crazy. Just so he's not thinking about titties, girls, or whatever. That's crazy. It's never that deep.
for my basketball
You're
game.
watching. You're literally watching your soul drain away.
I would usually get distracted in my basketball games from someone sitting on the sidelines or something like that. So I did it before that. And I didn't realize this at the time, but it was playing a lot into my performance. I was getting more tired. I felt less athletic. I didn't know this, but I realized this when I started to realize it was bad for me, which I'll get to in a minute. So I'm increasing the amount of time I'm doing it now. Went from maybe once a week to maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I wouldn't do it before school because school was kind of a familiar environment. I'd only do it when I went out somewhere where I wasn't really familiar with, if that makes sense.
What?
But I remember I started feeling extremely tired during the middle of year 8. Like very, very tired and very, very anxious as well. So I went to the doctor. Now, he didn't prescribe me any medicine or whatever. My diet was kind of shit. My sleep was shit. Basically, everything in my life was bad.
He was literally draining his soul out of his body. With all of the all of the nuts he was busting, he's draining the soul out of his body. That's literally what happened. That will, like, I'm telling you what happened to you, bro. Like, yo, because you need, like, that sperm and nut. Especially if you're young. If you're 13, 14, you should not be busting nuts like that, bro. You need all of that.
And I had very, very low self-confidence, which I guess contributed to that issue a little bit. But I'm no doctor. I don't know. But if I look back at it today, I think the root cause of all that was my porn consumption. I might be wrong, but this is just from my experience. Now, this is probably the biggest part of Jack Pickett Law that my real fans will know. I tried out for a bigger team that would get me, I guess, access to scouts that would allow me to play college basketball, D1 college basketball one day. Now, I try out for this team. I don't watch porn. I don't do it. I think it's like 2 or 3 days before the tryout. I don't even want to do it. I'm just constantly thinking about what I can do to impress the coaches. So okay. I don't even have an urge to. But I go there, do pretty well in the first tryout. I'm not going to go very deep into it. If you want to go deeper into this specific story, I will leave this video in the description because I go into it pretty in detail there.
Okay.
But basically, after the 4 tryouts, I get cut.
Yo.
I haven't done it for about 2 weeks. So I have maybe the biggest urge ever when I get home. Ever. I've decided to give up on basketball at this point. I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make the NBA. So I start watching it every day.
Is this type of story? Is this type of story? Is it this type of story? Oh, bro, just because you fail at one thing doesn't mean you should just give your life away, bro. Ha.
Now I start watching it twice a day. Now I start watching it 3 or 4 times a day. Now we're in lockdown, so I stick with that 3 or 4 times a day. Porn has become my purpose. I get up, I do it. I go play some more video games. I do my schoolwork I need to do for the day, which is maybe 2 or 3 hours in lockdown. I do it again, video games, do it again, video games, do it again before I go to bed. Constant cycle for, I think, around 3 months, 3 or 4 months. And I'm
not gonna lie, during quarantine, everybody was going crazy. That was the worst part of quarantine, bro. It was no human interaction, so everybody was just doing what they felt like doing. That's why we not supposed to be inside for that long, bro. That really messed up society, bro. But nah, 3, 4 times a day, like that's your purpose. That's your purpose is to spank your shit. Like, come on. Oh no, bro. It gets to that point though. You think yo, some people have discipline, but other people's don't. Like you'll be spanking your stuff like once or twice a week, and then you'll be like, you know what? Let me do 3 or 4 times, bro. I'm getting a little bit more hornier. Then you go for 3 or 4 times, and it's going to like, you know what? Let me just make this a daily routine, bro. I perform better when I'm level-headed anyways, right? Like you spanking your stuff once a day. Then it's twice a day, 3 times a day. Now it becomes a cycle. Because, bro, porn, like the whole ideology of porn it's just too good to be true. You get to see any woman you want around the world naked for free. It's not for free, though. You're selling your soul to do it, bro. Every single nut you bust is a bit of your soul. And when I say soul, I'm not talking about like those crazy spirituals. I'm talking about your happiness, bro. Just try, everybody chat. Try to go 1 week without goaded. By that 6th day, track how happy you feel by doing simple stuff. It's a change, bro. After that, you're gonna want to go 2 weeks. Then you want to go 3 weeks. Then you finna get horny. You go get horny, but you want to go 4 weeks. And the less and less you do it, the happier you will be. Because yeah, even though porn is like too good to be true, nothing is free. Nothing is too good to be true in life. You're sacrificing your soul. Little bits of it, bro. You will be happier once you stop doing it, bro. I'm telling you right now. I know a lot of people are like hearing me and they're like, okay, cool. And then they're finna go gold after stream. I know that, bro. But hear me out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Just try it for a week. Just try it. I'm telling you, bro. It'll change your life.
Start noticing that my skin starts getting really pale. Not a lot of pimples. I'd maybe get a pimple or two, because I think that's mostly, I guess, your diet and how much water you drink and your hygiene. And I'm no doctor though. Don't listen to me. But I felt I looked extremely pale and I felt extremely drained because I was doing it so much. And I think everyone wants to look attractive, so I started looking up online, how can I get my skin more smooth and maybe more tanned and look more attractive, look more vibrant, because of course I wanted women attention so I could naturally do it with somebody. I didn't
We
want
might even do therapy after this video, low-key.
to just do it on pornography. So I started researching ways, drink more water, get more sun, not too much, eat a better diet, all this type, new skincare, all this very, very simple things, right? And I try these out and they do work a little bit, but I still feel pale and drained. It feels like I'm sick all the time. I don't feel sick, but I look it. Now, this is where this video gets a little bit,
like, you need
I guess,
that
not
nut.
controversial.
You need nut in your life. Like, you need, pause. You need nut in your system. If you don't have nut, your body will be weaker. You haven't let, when you goon, you're gooning away testosterone, bro. You need that to survive, like, as a man. If not, you're finna be way unhealthier.
Sure, but it's not completely fact. It's just from my experience. I looked at these people, this is no disrespect to anyone, by the way. I looked at these people who were giving me advice on clear skin, and they had clear skin, but they didn't have glowing skin. Their skin wasn't vibrant. I see some people and their skin is vibrant. Their skin wasn't that. No one ever mentions semen retention. So, because my feed on YouTube is mostly this skin care type of stuff, self-improvement now, I come across this video from a YouTuber called Gabe Got That Glow. He doesn't make content anymore, or he
You don't need semen to survive. You literally do. If, you do know you could die from busting too many nuts, right? You do realize that, bro. Like, you do need that to survive.
I haven't really checked out his channel for a while, but this guy is the definition of a Giga Chad. Jacked, the smoothest skin I've ever seen in my life. And the title of his YouTube video is NoFap plus cold showers for 30 days equals next level glow. Now the OGs will remember when I saw this video. I click on it, I don't know what NoFap is at this point. I discover that it's no porn and no jacking off. So I'm like, this is the cheat code. This is what I've been doing so much. This is why I haven't been able to get vibrant, clear skin. Now some people...
Semen retention makes your skin more vibrant? Yes. Yes, I'm telling you right now, bro, when you retain that nut, keep it inside your body, you do glow more. That's what men are supposed to do. We're supposed to keep our nut in our sex. We'll glow more, we'll be better human beings. That's what we're supposed to do, bro.
People believe that semen retention doesn't do anything. Some people believe it does. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Not at all. I believe it did a little bit. It made me more confident and my skin cut started to get better, but I'll get to that. So I have this surge of motivation to quit. I'm never going back to this shit ever again. But I haven't discovered how hard it is going to be to actually quit this stuff. And then I do it the next day because I can't beat it. It's at night. It's a really strong urge. Again, I'm doing it 4 times a day. Like, I'm no joke, 3 or 4 times a day at the minimum.
That's so crazy.
Because it's my purpose. And I do it again the next day. And I just can't beat that urge at night. It always comes. I can't beat it. And after around 3 or 4 months of this...
If y'all got that urge at night, what I recommend doing is push-ups. Like, do like 100 push-ups. It's gone. It's gone. Because all you need to do is just burn testosterone, bro. And doing push-ups is just a healthier way to do it.
This constant cycle, I'd get to maybe day 4 and I'll just relapse. After 3 or 4 months of this cycle, this is another part of Jack Bigot law, I did it 8 times in a single day. Now again, this is going to...
Yo. 8 times? In 8 bowl? 8 Ball.
Sound
What?
really cringe to some people, but I don't look at it as cringe because it was an effect of a really deep cause within myself. Some people who don't understand, you know, what corn addiction can do will just cringe at that number. But if you're watching this far, you understand how dangerous it can be. All right, so I did that, and after I did it the 8th time, I felt like I didn't have a body, bro. You know, you drain everything out of you, you know. But the positive to that was that I knew I was never going back. Never. I planted that image in my mind that I was never going to go back. Like the image of my mind of how regretful and how shit I felt the last time I did it. I couldn't even get to sleep that night. Right?
Wow.
And I made it a promise I was never going to do it again. So I go a week without it. Haven't
Did he relapse?
even viewed it, haven't touched me willy, haven't done it in a week. I feel very productive. I have more energy, not a lot of energy, but more energy than I used to have.
Okay.
And I should be on top of the world because I've beaten my 4 days I used to always relapse on. But I feel very lonely, extremely lonely, the most lonely I've ever felt in my life. Even though this is the time where I should be the most confident, the most connected, the most in love with like self-love, right? But I feel the least of that because my mind has been corrupted by porn to crave that urge of connection. I don't feel connected. I never built a connection with myself. I've always needed someone external from those porn websites that are fake to fill that void within myself. And I battle this.
So he basically what he said, he created a soul tie with the porn stars. I'm not saying that to be funny at all, but that could happen. You can create soul ties with these random women who are just sex objects. To be honest with you, like at that point, you're being used as a sex object. At that point, there are women, but like they've diluted their brains to becoming objects for you to goad off to, and you're creating soul ties with these girls who would let anybody hit. That's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it that deeply, but that's what happened. It's crazy.
Demon for the next week. So I'm 2 weeks off it. I'm proud of myself, but I can't let it go away. I'm not going to compare this to a drug addiction because I'll never have one. But people mention like the withdrawals that you have. I don't
It is
know
a drug, though.
if
It's
that's
just
what
a
I'm
different type of drug.
referring to here, but I guess it's similar. I don't know. If any expert in the comments, if any expert is watching this video, let me know if those were withdrawal symptoms. Because I believe they were, but I might be completely wrong. I'm just a fucking guy yapping on the internet. But it was that strong that I caved in. I gave in. I couldn't do it. I was so lonely, bro. I was so lonely. And I only felt more lonely after I did it. I was extremely regretful. I made it 2 weeks, but the yin and the yang, I had a lot of confidence that I could go further. I made it 2 weeks. I can do this for the rest of my life. I know I can. I just got to get through these initial stages. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. So I battle these demons every day, and I just call them lies. I just keep calling them lies, lies, and lies, and lies. Giving in to this urge is not going to solve the issue. It is only going to delay it. It's only going to make it stronger. It's only going to delay it further. I'm just going to feel it next week if I do it now. I have to go through this if I want to grow. So I make it a month. And I start to see some of the benefits that Gabe Got That Glow has been talking about. Increased energy. I'd say increased confidence because I've gone 30 days off something that I was heavily addicted to, but I'm yet to see clearer skin. I can see a little bit of it, but not much. I'm not glowing yet, which was the main reason I was doing this. So if I didn't get that benefit, honestly, I probably would have gone back to it. And now this is the biggest challenge I ever had. It was around, I'd say day 40, 50. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember.
40, 50? Hey, that's a long time, bro. Good job.
It was in between 30 and 60 days. I remember that. I go up to my nan and pop's house again. I don't think anything of it. I think it's just going to be normal. I've got rid of this addiction now. The smooth skin's starting to maybe come in a little bit. But I hop into that bed again. That same bed where I discovered what I could do, my potential. And it hits me, bro. I remember the feeling, the first time ever, how it felt so good. And I was ready to do it. So I opened up the hub.
Ah, he folded. He folded. Oh.
And I was scrolling through the videos. My heart was beating 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yo, Holeless Man just had a crazy comment, bro. I'll be crazy chat. Anyone struggling with finding a hobby, I recommend going to the walks in the wood without music and just looking around and observing the world. You look like a weirdo doing it, but when I started doing it, I noticed so many things that I would normally miss in my day-to-day life. You notice everything else around you going about their daily lives and just living life. I'm telling you, bro. Cool things like, yo, you will never enjoy nature until you just like stop with that dopamine good and stuff, bro. You just gonna be going into nature, you just loving life. It's crazy. It's a crazy euphoric experience, bro.
It really was rock hard, and and I was just sweating. I was like, because I went from doing it so many times to not doing it at all. Right, the urge is going to be so big, but I couldn't get myself to do it. I couldn't get myself to do it. I'm
Fire.
not going back to day zero because I know the pain of regret is going to be so much stronger than the pain of discipline. I know it. This pain of not giving in is going to be so much better than the pain of regret. I battle that urge all night. I can't go to sleep. I don't even think I slept that night. I can't, but I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I promised myself I am never doing it again. I made that promise to myself.
Blade Runner
If
is
I
such a good
break
movie.
this promise, I don't know where I'll be. So I wake up the next morning, I get up, I can't remember, but I remember the urge slowly fading away. I get up, I go for a walk, I go play some basketball, I talk to my grandparents. And I get
think
little
he's Australian or
urges
UK-ish?
from here on in, but they start getting a lot smaller now. And my skin starts getting a lot better. I start really glowing. Now, if I have any pictures, I'll put it up here. And I want to get back to that. My sleep's been very shit the last couple of years. I've just realised it. So, Prime Jack's coming back. Give me 2 months,
Okay,
and
get that
hopefully I'll be
vested.
glowing again.
He's Aussie.
So I start
Alright.
telling my friends about how I've quit it, how I've quit porn, and I don't know if that was a good decision to make or not, but I told them. And I remember one of my mates, just for fun, or I don't know if he was being serious or not, he showed me it in class. It was like a kind of a test to see if I was gonna enjoy it or not, want to watch it. But I look at it, and I don't want to look at it again.
Oh, he's getting progress. We love that, my Aussie brother.
This might, I don't want to tear up, bro. This won't be tears of sadness. This will be just tears of emotion. But I felt like a kid again. I felt like my 10-year-old self again, bro.
Okay.
And I realized when that came, when that moment came, I realized I'd beaten it. I realized I'd beaten it. And I was extremely proud of myself. I was, because I'd come a long way. My confidence wasn't there with women yet. I was still very, very nervous because I'd never really talked to girls. I've built that confidence up over the last, I'd say, a few months, 100%.
Okay.
But the most important part of the video is now, the most important part of the story, and this genuinely might make me tear up, bro, honestly, because and this might sound really cringe to some people, but it means a lot to me, man. And hopefully it can mean to someone watching this video. I remember around maybe 6 months
Okay.
after I was off it, I was sitting outside of my nan's house that I discovered what I can do at their house. And I was just sitting out there looking at the sunsets, nature, just having a conversation with her, just about life. I could never do that, bro. Never. I could never connect with someone like that because of my porn addiction. Because I was doing it so much.
Wow.
I sat there for 3
Background
hours,
music's so peaceful though.
genuinely just not stop smiling because of that. And it might be another reason why that was the case, but
Nah, you know it's because of that.
it was because
Because you done
I
beat it.
wasn't addicted to porn anymore. Everyone who is watching this video and you can relate to me and you don't find this cringe, you understand that porn is playing a role in your life negatively. It's worth it. It's worth it to quit.
Chad, it's worth it.
I know that if you're anything like me, you have these withdrawal symptoms, especially if you've been addicted to it for a long time. And it hurts, bro. You don't have someone next to you, right? You maybe don't have the confidence to go up and cold approach girls, to get a girlfriend, or however you want to get a girlfriend. It hurts, bro. It does, but it's worth it. 100%. Every single time you get an urge, remind yourself that the pain I feel today is the strength I feel tomorrow. If I let go of this pain right now, by giving in, I'm not going to feel that strength tomorrow. It's worth it.
It's worth it, boys.
100%. Come back to this video whenever you need to. I'll say it one more time. It is worth it. All right. Hopefully this wasn't too cringe, but I had to say what's on my mind. Much love, brother. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself. All right. Much love, my man.
All right, my brother, my Aussie brother. Yo, this is one of the best videos I've ever watched. Such a good video, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Another thing I noticed from him is his eye contact is crazy. Like, he could just look into your soul. I would have gained that, bro. I really want to. That's a W video. I'm telling you right now. Cooked, bro. Good video. One thing I want to add to it, bro. I'm telling you right now. Beating off, it's just a sickness, bro. It's a drug. It's really a drug. It is the easiest drug to get addicted to in the world because it's so normalized. But I'm telling you, just like any other drug, when you get off of it, you enjoy life better. You enjoy life way more. He was talking about how he loved talking to his grandma. When was the last time you talked to your grandma, bro? There's so many things you could talk about. They've lived so many years. When was the last time you had to get into a conversation with your grandma or your grandpa? Be honest. Do you feel like you can even do that? Just calm down. I'm telling you, just go 1 week. Once you go that full 1 week without going, you're gonna go 2 weeks. You go 2 weeks, then you go 3 weeks. 3 weeks to a month. Then you gonna feel like folding. But if you break that fold, you're gonna go 2 months. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. By the 5th month, bro, people will recognize, bro, you stop goading. You have a different glow, a different vibe, a different aura. I'm telling you, bro. Try it out, bro. I promise you it'll change your life.